Good morning. I am Maggie Calhoun at Tuckahoe Elementary, and this is my wonderful kindergarten class. Today, friends, we are going to do day 2 of a 2-day lesson. So previously we've read Creepy Carrots, and we are going to listen to it again to get our minds thinking about the story. And then after the story, we're going to do a little bit of retelling. The big thing I want you looking for in the story is the problem. So once you've got the problem, you could give yourself a little thumbs up or lock it in your brain, because today we're focusing on the problem in Creepy Carrots.
Creepy Carrots. Words Aaron Reynolds. Pictures Peter Brown. Jasper Rabbit had a passion for carrots, and the carrots that grew in Kraken Hopper Field were the best. Fat, crisp, and free for the taking. He pulled some for a morning snack on the way to school. He yanked out a few on his way to Little League practice. He ripped them from the ground on his way home at night. Jasper couldn't get enough carrots. Until they started following him. Do, 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 do. He first noticed something strange after the big game against the East Valley Hares. Jasper was about to help himself to a victory snack when he heard it. The soft, sinister tunk, tunk, tunk of carrots creeping. Ooh.
Okay, boys and girls, we are going to begin our STEM lesson, so I want you to make sure you're facing the screen. Today we're using our design thinking to solve the problem in Creepy Carrots. We have read Creepy Carrots, and today we're going to work on retelling the story. Then we're going to use our plans that we've already designed to create a structure to keep your carrots from getting loose. You will know you've done it when you'll know you're successful if your carrot cannot escape and has enough room to stand up and to lay down. So first, we're going to start by retelling the Creepy Carrot story. We're going to retell the story with our turn and talk buddies. So when we turn and talk, I want us to face our buddies. But before we get started, go ahead and point to who your turn and talk buddy is so you know who you're talking to. And now I want you to turn and face your body, because good listeners and good speakers are always looking at who they're talking to. And the first thing, we're going to do a retell. The first thing I want you to talk about is the setting of the story, where the story took place. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to talk to your buddy and talk about where was this story happening. Go ahead and talk with your buddy.
The house. Carrot.
Well, so you said it was Creepy Carrot, but where were the Creepy Carrots? They were following him. Where did they follow him to? This house, so that's okay. Can you turn and face? Jenny, could you start the conversation? Okay, well, today I would love it if you started the conversation. Okay? Thank you. Okay, that's okay then. So could you tell me where the story was taking place? At the house. That's a very good one. All right, let's turn back in 3, 2, 1. If you have one of the 2 places this story was taking place, could you raise your hand? Truman, where did the story take place? The house. The Creepy Carrots were following him into the house, Jasper Rabbit thought. And then Libby, what's another location? The Carrot Patch. Very good. Now we're going to talk about the characters in the story. So we're going to turn back to our turn and talk buddies. And I want you to discuss who were the characters in the story. Who were some of the characters in the story? Remember, Zane, did you get a character? Did y'all get them all? Okay. That's so exciting. All right, let's turn back in 3, 2, 1. I have 4 characters in mind. So as I go over the characters, I want you to put a finger up if you and your turn and talk partner talked about these 4 characters. If you talked about Jasper Rabbit, put a finger up. If you talked about the creepy carrots, put a finger up. If you talked about Mom and Dad. So if you got all 4 characters, you should have 4 fingers up. The last thing we're going to do is talk about the problem in the story. The problem was like the uh-oh moment in the story. What I want you to do this time, we're not turning and talking. I want you to whisper the problem in your hand. And once you whisper it in your hand, hold it up so that I know who has the problem of the story. Ooh, I see lots of friends with their hands up with the problem. Hatcher, what was the problem in the story? The creepy carrots were following him. Who were they following?
Jasper Rabbit.
The creepy carrots were following Jasper Rabbit. If you have the same problem, you can whisper it out to me. If you had the same problem, you could whisper it out. So we said the problem was that the creepy carrots were following Jasper Rabbit. So the creepy carrots were following Jasper. Today, it is your job to solve that problem. Today, we're going to solve that problem so that Jasper Rabbit feels like no more creepy carrots are following him. What we're going to do is we're going back to our design. Last week, you and your buddies thought about a plan. You designed a plan to keep the creepy carrots from following Jasper Rabbit. Your plan made sure that your structure was sturdy enough to protect the carrot. Ooh, who can remind me, what does sturdy mean? Strong. Show me your big, strong muscle. We want a strong structure, and then we also want to have enough room for your carrot to stand and lay down. So when you go to your spot around the room, the first thing I want you to do is you're going to look at your plan or your design that you created on Friday. You're going to spend 1 minute looking at your design and talking to your buddy about how you're going to start your build. So right now we're not touching the Kiva planks right away. Okay? I want you to just look at your design and talk to your buddy like, hey, we should start by laying the planks down flat, or we should stand them up. Remember, there are many ways that you can lay your planks. So first, you're going to talk for 1 minute. When the 1 minute timer goes off, then I will tell you to start building, okay? I want you and your buddies to creep like a creepy carrot to your area. Creepy carrots. Once you get your plan out, you have 1 minute to talk. 1 minute to talk about your plan. Maybe how much room you might need for your carrot to lay down. I see some of you measuring your carrot using the Kiva planks. Taking note of how much space you might need. That was our timer, so go ahead and give me some spirit fingers. Give me some spirit fingers, and then put your hands just behind your back. So we're not touching right now, we're listening. We're at the build stage. I want you listening, and then I will let you begin. Today, when you're building, you are going to talk and build with your buddy. You are going to start with your plan, but if you need to adjust the plan or change the plan, that's okay. And then I want you to make sure you're staying focused because our build time is short. You've got 4 minutes to build your structure that's going to keep your carrot in, okay? Remember, I want you to start with your design, but if you have to change it and mix things up, that's okay. So if you have to steer away from your plan, that is okay. You have 4 minutes to build a sturdy structure. You may begin building. All right. Are you guys starting with your plan? Because you got 4 minutes. Are you giving it a base to start? Let's build. Okay.
It should be this size, right? Let's make it kind of a free one. So that's enough room for it. Then we can start it building.
No, let's see if this camera can fit. Okay?
A little longer, I wonder. Maybe it could lay that way, so you might need a little more blocks this way. You could add them over here, Rin.
Probably.
Hey, Jenny and Alex, I want you to make sure you're working on the same structure, okay? Parker and Sid, Parker, what do we need to do to work together?
Mine can lay down. I can lay
Are you guys
down.
working on the same structure? Because you're supposed to be working together.
I'm doing it.
So can you add some of these? Maybe going, okay. Okay, we've got about 2.5 minutes left, so I want you guys working on the same structure together, okay? So could you, Stokes, kind of add yours over here? Stokes over here could start building this edge. Could you work on that edge? Ooh, that's okay. That's okay. Jimmy, I would love for you to help build on this one. Now, Alex, remember this carrot has to be able to lay down in it. Can that carrot lay down inside of there? So you might have to redesign and rebuild a little bit because I can see that one, it couldn't lay down. It needs enough room to lay down and stand up.
Put it in first, and so we measure it.
Okay, she said put it in first. Maybe you could put it in first and then start to build around the carrot. That's a good idea.
It like,
Yeah.
how does it stand up? Do we have to hold it?
You'll have to hold it. So you can,
Like, we have to make it skinny.
but that was a really good idea. Just so you know, you have 1 minute left. So I'd love for you to stand up, Jenny, and help start building. I noticed that some people needed a few more minutes to build. So I added 2 minutes to the timer. So don't rush, okay? It's okay if you don't totally finish, but don't rush. But we're now down to about 1.5 minutes left. Oh, I love seeing your structure. So you've got enough room for it to lay down. Now it looks like you're starting to build upward. Is that the case? Okay, very gentle. Well, I do have a thought. My thought would be, could I try this? Hey, Harrison, I can tell you're... Okay. Okay.
That's jumping from. Oh, now we don't have enough more time.
It's not just very hard. We finished ours.
That was our timer. Remember, some of you may have totally finished your structure, and that's great. Some of you might be partially done, and that is also okay. I want you to put one more Kiva plank down if you need to, and then put your hands behind your back, and 3. Shh. Hands behind your back, and 2. And hands behind your back now. We are going to do our gallery walk around the room. We're going to observe other builds. This might give us ideas for the future when we're building again. Or this might also give us an idea of how to redesign our structure. So we're going to observe others. We're going to do a gallery walk. It's very important that during the gallery walk, you're not touching and you're not messing up anyone else's structure. Parker, shh. I want you to listen, okay? Okay, so as we travel around the room, I want your hands either behind your back or at your side. I want you to silently, let's remember our hands should be behind our back now. I want you to silently observe your classmates' builds. And then remember, we should always show love for their hard work. So we could like smile, do a nod, and recognize that they worked hard on their build. Some of the builds aren't totally done, and that is okay. Okay, so I want you to gently, very gently stand up behind your build. Put your hands, Billy, go back to your area behind your back. And Adelaide, can you come right here? I'm going to show the class the area, the way that we're going to rotate around the room. We're going to rotate and look at everybody's build and then come back to our spot. So put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back, Ren. You may stand up, and then we can start rotating around the room and observing other people's structures. Go ahead and rotate around the room. I want you to quietly, Sky, can you stand up, hun? We're going around and we're observing other people's structures. Make sure you take a look. Harrison, I love how you're taking a look at how their structure was built. Thank you for not talking. Go around this way, okay, hon? Thank you. Once you have gone all the way around the room, I want you to sit next to your structure. Sit next to your structure that you built. Now give me 5. This is not a time to rebuild now. This is not a time to rebuild. This is a time where you're going to communicate with your buddy. So I want you to repeat after me. I will not rebuild.
I will not rebuild.
I know it's tempting, but we're thinking like a scientist now, and sometimes scientists' ideas don't work. And they have to step away from them, and they have to think about them. So that's what we're doing now. We are not building. We're not building. We're instead going to think about our build, and we're going to talk about it with our buddy. So right now, I want you to talk to your buddy about what went well with your design. What would you give a thumbs up to your design? So go ahead and turn and talk with your buddy and tell them, what did you do well with your design? What did you guys do that well? Stokes, we're also not building right now, so can you put the planks away? Thank you.
Oh, I know. If we did it half.
Well, remember you said, I would say this worked well because your carrot fits laying down.
If we did it half, then we do like.
I think what worked well for you guys, I saw Adelaide. Adelaide really was starting with the plan. So Adelaide was like, I'm really gonna focus on my plan. And I think that went well for you guys because you looked at your plan and you started with your plan, okay? All right, 3, voices off in 2, and 1. Now we're gonna finish our reflection by talking to your buddy about if we had time to build. Remember, right now we are not building. So if you had time to rebuild, I want you to talk with your buddy about what you would do differently next time, what you might change about your build. So I want you to turn and talk with your buddy now about what you would change next time. Billy and Parker, what would you change about yours? Were you, so right here I can tell, did you get your walls built up? You did a little bit?
Yeah, and then it falls.
It fell down?
Yeah.
So do you think, I would think maybe next time yours was a little not strong enough, so what could you focus on, making it a little bit what? If it wasn't strong enough, you could focus on making the walls differently? Okay, so how could you do it differently? Do you know, Parker? Okay, maybe deeper walls. Maybe a little bit like, instead of doing this way, you could do them deeper by laying them like that so that they're less likely to fall over. Does that make sense? I like that. That's a good reflection. Did you say something you would do differently?
Kind of, I think we make it like the patch, but kind of we made it a free size for kind of the size, but kind of it didn't fall over. Like,
Yeah, it didn't fall over. That's okay.
kind
Yeah.
of that was the planks that you heard kind of was where the planks that fall over.
Okay. Yeah.
The carrot is inside.
I see that. Your carrot is.
Over by itself.
Okay, 3, voices off in 2, shh, 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 and 1. Now, we are done with our build today, so I do want you to thank your buddy. I want you to tell your buddy, thank you for building with me. And then I want you to clean up inside your blue box. You can put your planks, your carrot, and your plan. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our creepy lesson. We are
One family.
We are
5 houses.
Bye.